Hi students, welcome to PhD Jobs and Admission. This is Gauri. So in today's session, I am going to teach you about Pondicherry University's PhD Entrance Test Research Methodology subject. So in today's session, we are going to see Research Methodology PYQS of the year 2020 in detail. And after viewing this session, your concepts relevant to research methodology will get clear. As well, you will get an idea exactly what type of MCQs they will ask you under research methodology section of the PhD entrance test at Pondicherry University. As well, students, all of you know that most of the PYQs are getting repetitively asked in each year in the entrance exam. That's why you can practice all of these PYQs also. So all of these sessions that I am taking for Pondicherry University PhD entrance test are really helpful to all the students to guaranteed qualify the PhD entrance test with more marks. Okay, so now let us begin. So all of you know that there is PhD entrance test at Pondicherry University on 12th and 13th August. That's why you have very less amount of time, and in this less amount of time, all of you need to prepare very well so that you can guaranteed qualify the PhD entrance test. And for this, we provide research methodology complete course so that all the students can guaranteed score 50% marks in the research methodology section of the PhD entrance test. In this, they will ask you 50% MCQs on research methodology and 50% MCQs on consent subject, and you need to score 50% marks in PhD entrance test so that you can qualify it. And that's why this research methodology complete course is really helpful to all the students so that they can guaranteed qualify the PhD entrance test. In this, we provide full syllabus video lectures under which theory and MCQ lecture series are available. We provide full syllabus notes and mock tests. We have 10 mock tests like this. Each mock test contains 40 MCQs, and overall you can solve 400 MCQs in the mock test, and by solving the mock test you can check your preparation level. We provide more than 1500 MCQs revision PDF. By the help of this revision PDF, all the students can guaranteed revise all the topics in a single PDF, and they will get 80% MCQs from this PDF only out of 100% MCQs in the research methodology section of the PhD entrance test. We provide more than 100 solved PYQs PDF also. By the solving all of these PYQs, you can guaranteed get almost 80% MCQs from this PDF only out of 100% MCQs in the research methodology section, because most of the PYQs are going to be repetitively asked in the PhD entrance test. And all of this study material are available in both the languages, that is Hindi and English. So students, if you want to buy this complete course, then you can either download the Global Online app from the Play Store. For that, I have given the link in the description box of this video, or else you can contact me through these WhatsApp numbers. The course fees are only 699, and in this low fees, we provide guaranteed selection to all the candidates. Okay, and the topics that I have mentioned over here, on all of these topics, they will ask you questions on research methodology in PhD entrance test, and thus I have basically included all of these topics in the research methodology complete course. Okay, so now let us begin. Which of the following is not a step in the research process? Now they have given you different options, and from these options, which is an option which is not a step in the research process. So whether it is problem definition, whether it is problem correction, whether it is research design, formulation, whether it is report generation and presentation. So students, research process basically involves a lot of typical steps, and we need to do all of these steps, like problem definition, then problem formulation, then literature review, okay, then research design formulation, then research methodology, under which we describe the, you can say, data analysis techniques and data collection techniques. Then your last step will be your result section. After that, you make up your report, and then you present your reports. So from these options, the correct answer should be 2, that is problem correction, because problem correction is not a step in the research process. Okay, to identify the underlying causes of the problem, the research should dash. Okay, so students, whenever you need to identify the underlying causes behind any kind of a research problem, then what should researcher do? Conduct a problem audit, define the management decision problem, assess what past research was done for the firm, assess competitor success. So students, first of all, let us see what are these all options. Conduct a problem audit. Now what is problem audit? So students, problem audit is nothing but the comprehensive examination of problem to determine its causes and potential solution. Okay, so by doing the problem audit, you can basically examine your problem, so that you can determine its causes, and as well you can determine its solution also. Okay, it involves gathering and analyzing information about problem, its context, and any relevant factors that may be contributing to it. By doing it, researcher can gain better understanding of problem and develop effective research plan to address it. Okay, define the management decision problem means what? You are defining the decision problem relevant to the management. Assess what past research was done for the firm. So here you are going to determining the past research that was done for any kind of a firm. And assess competitor success means what? You are assessing the success of the competitor, but here you need to identify the underlying causes of the research problem, right? And here there is only one option, that is problem audit, through which you can determine the causes and also solutions of the problem, right? That's why here your correct answer should be what? One, that is conducting a problem audit. Okay, so students, we provide Pondicherry University PhD Entrance Test Paper 2 study material as well. By using this study material, all the students can guaranteed score more marks in paper 2, and they can guaranteed qualify the PhD Entrance Test. In this study material, we provide full syllabus, notes and MCQs. In the MCQ section, we provide most expected MCQs and PYQs. By the use of these MCQs and PYQs, all the students can guaranteed score more marks in paper 2. Okay, so students, the subjects that I have mentioned on all of these, screen, basically on all of these subjects we provide paper to study material. If you want study material for any other subject, then you can ask me in the comment box. Paper to study material fees are only 999, and in this low fees we provide guaranteed selection to all the candidates. To join our courses, you can contact me through these WhatsApp numbers only, and you can do the inquiry. Okay, so students, this paper to study material will be helpful to guaranteed qualify the PhD entrance test, as well it will be helpful to guaranteed qualify the interview session, because within the interview session examiner will ask you a lot of questions relevant to the concerned research topic. Okay, deductive reasoning. Now what is deductive reasoning? The logical process of establishing a general proposition on the basis of observation of particular facts, the logical process of inducing individuals to reason, then the logical process of linking propositions via the ladder of abstraction, the logical process of deriving a conclusion from a known premise or something known to be true. So students, we have seen deductive reasoning before also, right? Deductive reasoning is nothing but a deductive logic that we use in a deductive theory. Okay, so within this logic, basically what we do, basically we have a premise. Premise means what? A theory. We have a theory, or we have a basic kind of a abstract, and based upon this theory or premise we make up the hypothesis, and then we test this hypothesis by using certain statistical techniques, and then we decide whether we need to accept this hypothesis or reject this hypothesis. That's why deductive reasoning is the logical process of deriving a conclusion from a known premise or something that is known to be true. Because within the deductive reasoning, whenever this premise is true, then obviously you will get this hypothesis test results also true, and only after that your reasoning will be valid. Okay, that's why here your correct answer should be what? 4, because deductive reasoning is the logic under which you go from top to down, and it is also called as top to down process. Okay, Which of the following is true about secondary data? Now they have given you different options relevant to secondary data, and we need to find out an option which is true about secondary data. So whether it is collection time is long, quality of data is high, cost of collecting the data is low, it is easy to access. So students, as you know that secondary data is the data that we collect from the person who has already collected the primary data for other purposes. So basically secondary data is the data that we gather from different individuals, okay, or the second hand individuals, okay, and that's why it is pretty you can say easy to collect the secondary data because it is already available in lot of places, and as well you don't need that much amount of cost to collect the secondary data, because whenever you collect the primary data, then it is actually the first hand data and first hand user basically collects it, and that's why first hand user has to do lot of things to collect the primary data. He needs to pay lot of amount of money to collect the primary data, but this is not basically relevant to what secondary data, because secondary data is pretty much lower in cost than collecting the primary data. That's why here your correct answer should be what 3, that is cost of collecting the data is low. Actually it is easy to access also, but it depends upon certain situations what kind of data is that. Okay, so here your precise and correct answer should be 3. Okay, dash is particularly useful whenever research questions relate to describing a market phenomenon such as frequency of purchase, then identifying relationships or making predictions. So from these research options, which is the research type which is basically useful whenever we need to describe the market phenomenon such as frequency of purchase, then identifying relationships or making predictions. So here we are describing some kind of phenomena. It means that you are describing the characteristics which are under in the research question. Okay, so whether it is descriptive research, exploratory research, causal research, identifying research. So within the descriptive research, basically students, we describe the phenomena under the study. So here by describing the phenomena means we describe the characteristics of the phenomena. Like for example in this question they are describing the market phenomenon such as the frequency of the purchase, identifying relationships or making predictions. So all of these are nothing but what describing the characteristics of the market phenomena, and exactly you are doing this in this descriptive research. That's why here your correct answer should be what 1. Descriptive research mostly answer to the question how. Okay, how. Exploratory research is the research type under which you basically collect the data for the further research, because exploratory research is the research type which is done to collect the primary data that we need to know before taking the lot of further main research process. Okay, causal research is the research that can be done to identify the cause and effect relationships between the variables, and identifying research is not any kind of a research type under research methodology. Okay, so here your correct answer should be what 1. A or an dash consists of a sample of respondents, generally households, that have agreed to provide information over an extended period. Now from these options, which is the option which consists of a sample of respondents, and these respondents are generally the respondents under households, and they have agreed to us to provide information over an extended period of time. So whether it is focus group, panel, hypothesis, research mix. Now students, this question is relevant to what data collection technique or the participants that we basically take under our study. So what is focus group? Now focus group is the group of individuals, okay, which has common characteristics, and that's why they are in a single group. And this focus group contains the individuals who gives their opinions about a specific common topic, okay, and we get their responses. And panel is nothing but a group of individuals or a individual itself which gives you the information over an extended period of time, okay, on a specific certain topic. Hypothesis is nothing but the predicted outcomes of the research result, and research mix is nothing but what? Basically, the meaning of this word, you are mixing the research methods. So this actually is not relevant to this question. Hypothesis is also not relevant to this question. So here your correct answer should be what? 2, that is panel, because here the most important word is extended period, and whenever certain amount of individuals or respondents gives you the information over an extended period of time, then they called as panel, and mostly these respondents are generally from households. That's why here your correct answer should be 2. Which of the following is not an advantage of using the survey method? Now from these options, which is the option which is not an advantage of using the survey method for collecting the data? Ease of use, reliability, cost, validity. So students, as you know that what is survey method? Within the survey method, we ask the questions to the respondents, and respondents gives you the answers. And you can do surveys through many platforms. You can do it through internet also, or you can do it physically. You can also do it by interviewing. So there are lots of options. So if you see survey method, so it is quite easy to use, right? It does not actually take any difficulty. Okay, that's why it is ease of use. It is one of the advantage of using survey method. It is reliable method. We can be reliable on it, and many researchers use this method. And also it is cost effective, but cost effective also depends upon certain survey method types. Whenever you are doing the survey methods on a large scale of population, then obviously you will need lot of cost. But if you are doing this on a small scale of population, then you won't require that much amount of cost, right? So also cost is also an advantage of using this survey method. So the remaining option, that is validity, right? So this is your correct answer, because validity is not an advantage of using the survey method, because validity means the accuracy of the information that you get, as you are asking the questions to lot of individuals. So you can't be basically get the accurate responses from those individuals. As well, here there is no direct interaction between the researcher and the respondents. That's why researcher also can't predict the answers, and basically the validity of the survey method depends upon the questions that researcher is asking to the respondents, as well how respondents are replying to them. Also the design of the survey method matters, and the most important thing is the representative of the sample. This is the most important thing. Okay, so here your correct answer should be what? Validity. Experimental design is the set of experimental procedures specifying the test units and sampling procedures and all of the following except specifying. Now whenever you design an experimental research study, so whenever you design any kind of a set of experimental procedures, then you specify some test units, then you specify some sampling procedures and also other things. But here there is one option that you don't specify whenever you are setting up experimental procedure. So what is that? Independent variables, dependent variables, plan for data analysis, how to control the extraneous variables. So students, all of you know that you require independent variables as well dependent variables in your experimental procedure. So obviously you will set them. So these options are getting eliminated. Also you need to understand how you can control the extraneous variables, because it is also very most important part in experimental research design. So also this option is getting eliminated, so the remaining option is for basically plan for data analysis. Okay, this is the thing that you don't specify whenever you set up experimental procedures, because within the experimental design basically you set up the things that you are going to experiments on them, like independent variables, dependent variables, controlled environment, then test units, sampling procedures, how you can control the extraneous variables, etc. But you don't set up the plan for data analysis, because whenever you are finished up by doing the experiment itself, then you go for the data analysis technique. Okay, that's why here your correct answer should be what? 3. The most complex of the primary scales of measurement is the. Now from these scales of measurement, which is the measurement which is most complex scale of measurement? So whether it is ordinal scale, interval scale, ratio scale, nominal scale. So students, we have seen all of these scales of measurement earlier also. We have seen that nominal scale is the primary scale of measurement, and it is very basic scale of measurement under which you can only label and give the names to the variables, and you can only classify the variables into different categories. Okay, then second scale is ordinal scale, under which you can classify the variables, also you can give the orders to the variables, rankings basically. Interval scale, you can basically make up the intervals of the values of the variables, and also you can give the numerical values to the variables, but here there is no absolute zero to the variable. Okay, in the ratio scale you can do everything. You can classify the data, you can give the order to the data, you can make the equal intervals of the values, and also there is absolute zero characteristic is there to the variable. Okay, that's why ratio scale is the most complex of the primary scales of measurement. Okay, that's why here your correct answer should be 3. So here you can do addition, subtraction, also you can do multiplication, division of the variables, but you can't do them in the interval scale. In the interval scale you can only do addition and subtraction. In the ordinal scale you can't do these techniques. Nominal scale is the very basic scale. A or an dash is the basic unit containing the elements of the population to be sampled. Now from these options, which is the option is the basic unit which contains the elements of the population that are to be getting sampled? Hypothesis, theory, sampling unit, coefficient alpha. Now all of you know that what is hypothesis, what is theory, what is sampling unit, what is coefficient alpha, right? And I want to give this question to homework to all the students, and all students give me the answer in the comment section. Okay, let us see who are giving me the correct answers to this question, because we have seen this concept earlier also. So if you have any doubts, you can also ask me in the comment box. So students, thank you for watching this session. I hope all of you understood whatever I have discussed with you in this session. But still, if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment box.